great like little sign for them, but they need to get as many rounds as possible. If forZe can somehow turn this T side up like they have done in the last 2 maps and shut down VP, then we could be in for a world of hurt here for the favorites. And forZe, above all, need to take this victory. Again, they are hunting for that quarterfinal position. If they can get this map, they take it. If they don't, they're out in groups. It's pistol round going live between VP and forZe, and immediately Armaza shuts down Yekindar with a Glock headshot onto the man. USP out for Buster will take contact towards Ivy, takes that 1 frag, lines up 2 more. Jerry will get Jame on site, and Sanji sitting at Olaf gets 1 to 4. Buster gets Jerry, doubles up on Flit. Face crack will stick the bomb plant in, but the kills still come through for the CT side. The pistol plant may have been secured by forZe, but the round goes the way of VP.
And I'll tell you what, very quickly that turned around. I mean, forZe got the opening pick from Almeza dropping down through Popdog. And from there, Virtus.pro, well, at least for forZe, they were able to make their way into the bomb site. They were able to get the bomb down. But then, sort of out of nowhere, we saw a lot of return kills coming through. A lot of the CTs, especially Sanji, getting aggressive around sort of that Olaf position out for Tikon, getting some really nice backstab plays onto the forZe camp members. But with that bomb plant, it does allow a force to come through. One thing to really keep an eye out for is the buy here for the CT side, though, Jay, for Virtus.pro. They aren't going in for a massive amount of SMGs. Only 1 for Yukinda of an MP9. Outside of that, they've got M4s and a Scout.
Yeah, not the best advice up from the forZe side, I should say. Straight in with the Galil will come through with a force buy, still making it work somehow. To a 3, well, now they 1 on the T side line. Flick comes up with that Deagle, turns around with 1 good frag. The nades up to his position will only do so much damage for it. For the moment, though, up towards top of blue, trying to jump over towards red, perhaps trying to see if we can find Kicker in that back line. The scout with James set towards the Ivy entrance, but no contact established. They've done damage with this force buy, but Flitten needs to secure the round somehow. Bombs out in the open, so positional advantage against him. Bursting through against James. That headshot comes through, it's 2-0.
Unfortunately for forZe, they don't even get a bomb plant, so it means that they can't really invest in some upgraded pistols going into round 3. And VP taking some very long-range angles. You see the way that VP starts repositioning that 2 versus 1 to try and deal with Fillet. Jame very, very deep in the Ivy angle, and even his teammate towards Connector and back bomb. Okay, there's a Nova for Kicker. And forZe are forcing. Like, what is going on in this round? Why are they buying here? And why have they just knifed Face Crack? What is going on, Jay, in this round?
Well, Kicker, ready for money, gets that kill on Flit to kick things off. Second frag found against Face Crack, making it a triple with the Nova. Buster with the M4 to support, but it's a 1v4 for XE now. Bomb being dropped. And that's the nature of the force buy. 3-0 now for VP, the CTs do reign supreme.
I actually have no idea why they forced right there. Maybe to try and catch VP off guard, thinking that it was just going to be like an eco, but that's just like playing mind games. And now Sanji's got the Nova. I mean, look, Kicker made a lot of money with it. So he's able to drop an AWP over to James, so the economy's looking really, really fresh. And Kicker goes, you know what? I actually want it back, mate, Sanji. Don't take it away from me. Please give it back, because I want the Nova.
Well, shotguns are effective in certain parts of train, so it doesn't surprise me he's taking this right back to ramp. We saw how efficiently he was able to play it out there and get so much money in against the force up. Now it's a deco from forZe, max loss bonus in the next round, so late rifle investments will come through, but nades on Flit, taking some damage, face crack. Find something out for his position. It's nades on Jerry and Armaza, meanwhile, as they take some damage. Kill comes in. Jame gets Flit to drop 4 on 4. They have found trades, though, so it's even standing.
They've completely rotated off a B. Face Crack, I thought was going to be able to push down from that ramp position. Exi power. They knew earlier in the ramp because they saw the gun barrel of where Sanji was in Popdog. I was wondering when they were going to be able to at least find a bit of a contact. 4 on 3, and now Face Crack's moving out from B. I can't believe they still haven't rotated a player back to this B bomb side, Jay. They've left it completely open.
We'll move in, look down towards the train area, to the back of the site. Eagle moves in, Exi watches onwards. Shots land, unable to find the frags here. So many bullets landing close. Buster will get Almanza to drop. Face crack's position been given up here. The M4 Kicker's going to try and wrap around it. Realizes it's probably at the sandwich area, but Exy falls as Face crack continues to face forward. No info gain. They've got their backs turned to this connector position, and Jerry gets a crucial kill on Buster. Now got to leave it to Jame, the AWP. Bomb gets picked up, can get planted. forZe can get some money out this round.
Oh, Jane with the swing. No, it doesn't come out in time. I thought he was going to try and swing and deny that bomb from going down. 2v2. And Jane with a pistol out. Now, Jerry's been able to pick up an M4, but he's got no armor to back it up. And Jane trying to check out the held position. Now he knows where both of the T-side players are. Information to come through for the city side.
M4 sees them both, takes damage though. Kicker comes up with that kill on Face crack. Jerry left alone with the M4. Facing it against the USP, the AWP instead.
Oh!
And Jerry makes it 3. Grabs that up to defend the round. What an eco win from forZe.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, they've made that work. VP, a very questionable CT setup there in that last round, completely rotating off of the B bomb side. It allows FaceCrack to get very, very aggressive out from B, and not only does, well, he doesn't find a lot of that B bomb site. He pulls away at least a bit of a distraction, but he just makes things awkward on the CT side because then they've got to think, oh, okay, maybe there's a B side presence, and it pulls them out of their position. What a great clutch to come out from Jerry with no armor too on that M4. That's a big victory from forZe.
Reinvestment from VP comes out of their own force up. The AWP of Jame. 2 M4s and a FAMAS to back it up. It's not fantastic from VP. Names at the ready, shoulder baits coming out. Utility is thrown down by the T side to force out some of the Brown Horse contact, but Kicker is alone on this aggressive face. Alone on the B site as well. The second player will join him in Jame. But again, just this early plays out to do damage to Flit and Exy. So far, no other contact has been taken.
Hey, Kinder, after establishing a little bit of early T-com presence, decides that he just wants to fall back, play a little bit more passive. They can even re-smoke it if they want. But forZe really haven't got a hell of a lot of map control. Only towards the top of SL. Nothing out to the Brown Hall's position. And even Buster's flash into Ivy doesn't see anything. So for both teams, Jay, they haven't really established too much of a contact and got information from one another.
The Molotovs in, M4's out. Down towards the sandwich position, Yakinda. Watching that back lines, there's the FAMAS, out for Buster, gets that kill, Flit catches Sanji completely blind. Yakinda knows that there's a player out, he does get that frag back to a 4-on-3, and the 5-7 peeks in to make it 2. Right timing, right place, Jerry does find one back to the back lines, manages to get the flanking against the CT forces. A player at Hell, a player at Ivy, and one more also at the pop dog position. Xy's got to swing on towards that player. The 5-7 crosses, 10 seconds though. The bomb's got to go down and open for cover, exposed towards at least one CT, and they can capitalize on that. Jame gets Xy to drop, no time for the plant for Jerry. Got to stay alive, less falls than a money bonus. Just about gets away with a kill on kick-up, but it's 4-1 for VP.
Yeah, look, and that's a very good response coming out from VP. They lose a rounds where probably they shouldn't, and now it sort of has a bit of a follow-on effect. A timeout coming out from forZe. Now, they've got the AK. They've got the AK from Jerry that was saved in, but really there's not a lot of money around it. And you've got to think, too, for forZe, the worst thing that they can do to themselves, especially on this third map of Train when it's so vital that they need it converted, is get off to a slow start on the T side. Yes, it is the T side, and certainly CT is more favorable, but they really need to be able to pull at least sort of 5-6 rounds on T. If they can push that even further, then great. But in a situation where you're down 1-4 and looking to, or at least VP looking to put more rounds up on this CT side and extend the lead, I'm getting a little bit worried for forZe. They need to come in and get a couple of good rounds in a row.
Oh, another force up from forZe again, the AWP. So the AK, the Deagle, Tech 9 and the Mac 10 against the full-blown rifles. Obviously forZe looking to get something out of this round, trying to crush VP's the basis. Obviously, they've also forced back in their own right, so would be an eco out for whoever loses next round. forZe lesser so, since they have got lost most to fall back on, but especially for VP, don't have anything to work with. Kicker, legged early, and forZe leaning into the Brown Horse control.
3 players at this B bomb site though. forZe are going to be running into a complete stack. Jane with the AWP flashed off angle. The commitment hasn't come in just yet. So much utility is going to follow for forZe, finally making their way through ramp, but there's a contact with the AWP. Kick it quick onto the site as well, and the kills just trickling through. forZe not finding anything so far on their force by Jerry to swing out, but Jane with the AWP. What a flick to come out from him. And now Xy's in a 1 versus 5. This is all falling apart. No damage, no kills. What a pull apart round to come out from forZe. VP. Oh, that's tremendous.
5-1 to the board. The CT side are decimating. Absolutely decimating here for VP. forZe gonna go for another buy up here. Jerry's got the hero Galil. They're going for a half buy other than that. I don't know what they're playing out here, but this is going to wreck the economy. Deagle's in, needs to get a frag. No, Galil comes out, can't even get the damage to come through against Yakinda. 2 frags for him on the M4A1S. Now it's just the pistols in play, slowly but surely getting picked apart. 2 and 5. Trying their best to land something, but the Deagle headshot just not coming through for the T's.
Yeah, they're trying, but the damage just keeps coming in. Almaze now down to just 12 points of health. And no, like, you're absolutely right with the investment there from the Galil. Like, forZe are on max round loss bonus, so they'll still be able to get a buy for Jerry going into the next round. He may be a little bit limited if it comes to the utility with the AK, but look, what forZe are trying to do, they're trying to do damage to the economy for Virtus.pro. It's now been a very, very strong start on the City side. 3 rounds in a row to start. forZe get 1, another 3 rounds in a row for VP. You have a look at the money line, you've got a really strong buy-in for VP, and you've got players at like 5k, 6k, 4k. So forZe need to chip in, not only with rounds on the board, but when you get to those eco kind of rounds, trying to see if you can limit how many players stay alive for Virtus.pro. Oh, Yakinda just gets wide swung from Flit. Look at the confidence from him.
Nice start, at least for forZe this time with the rifles in play. Flit thinking things off on the right foot. Frag found. Flit moves in against Sanji. Next to follow suit. That's going to be a secondary kill. And now that forZe are staggering the pace of the round, not going full frontal or full passive, they're starting to bait in VP to get aggressive of their own right. The confidence maybe getting to them a bit. Buster does find that 1 frag. AWP in against Flit though, and as soon as I say that, they get the 2 trades they need. One after the other, 3v3. Struggling to get kicker back to the summit spot seen here. FaceCrack gets that flick together. And now the CT's on rotation. They will be suppressed by the utility coming in. 1 from CT spawn and 1 from Connector. Buster making his move up. The bomb yet to get planted will make its way out of ramp, and Buster could still deny this. Xy's got no idea. There's no info on this AK player, but they plant safe, and Buster can't get a flank together. We'll get FaceCrack at the very least. Xy aggress, but Jerry gets the headshot.
That's such an important kill there from Jerry, because their AWP of Xy was just looking the completely opposite way. And I'll tell you what, I would honestly say that that round was probably won by FaceCrack. He did a really nice lurk play out from the heaven position on that B bomb side. You're certainly right. They baited in the aggression. You saw for a moment out from T-Con at least, the Xy power and Flit was sort of holding each other's lines. And then out of nowhere, just getting the most unlucky timing whatsoever, Jane peeks in, finds a pick. They start the rotation over to B, but with FaceCrack opening up the site, it allows them to get that bomb planted and trade out evenly. And James hold on to the NWP, bring it into the next round. No problem with a reinvestment for VP. So a second on the board for the forZe camp. Much better from them.
Back in with a confidence setup here for the T side. They just need to convert it over above VP. They just need to follow suit. The M4s, the AWPs out, the AWP and the AKs. Fall by from both sides, heavy investment rounds. Both economies have looked pretty weaker as a result of the back and forths we've seen between these two teams. forZe are doing damage when they haven't even been winning the rounds here, so Virtus.pro have a little bit of work to do. But for the first time in this series, it's forZe on the back foot in the early 10 rounds. Be their turnaround chance right here. Flash in towards the T-Con area, and Flit gets dealt with. Yakinda there with the spray, had a crossfire set in. 1 to fall, first casualty by forZe.
Tell you what, Yukinda's such an annoying player on the CT side of Train, and the reason I say that is because pretty much every single round on CT side, he's been somewhere different in T-Con. He's always looking for a different angle, whether it's hugging the left side wall, out towards the right side wall, in towards the Olive position, even the nade towards top ladder's going to do some damage onto Jerry. forZe down the opening man. And 2 players at this B bomb site for the CTs. VP, a great start from Yukinda to find that opening kill.
Jump face from Kicker. We'll look back to the backlines. Yukinda with the M4 ready to receive. Then Jerry to fall. Face crack gets a trade together though. So 2 for 1s favoring the CT count. They do catch that AWP off the backlines. Kicker again aggressing from this oil train. The T is unable to deal with it. Buster's on the backlines actually. No one's accounted for his Brownhall's possession. And Almas is going to get spotted. He's calling it in. Burst through, takes that frag, swings on default, gets the kill. And no one with their head on a swivel. That costs them there for the forZe side. 7 to the board of the CT count.
And I'll tell you what, VP are actually coming into Train looking really strong. Again, I sort of say it when I look at both of these 2 teams over the course of like the last sort of 6 months or so. I certainly reckon or think that forZe are the much better team on Train. But VP, you know, they're on a really big hot streak. They had a big break over both July and August. They didn't play a single official on HLTV. They've come out of the player break really looking sort of re-fired and just fueled to be able to get some victories under their belt. And 7-2 on CT side, they're putting a lot of hurt on, and they've only been running the single orbs. I don't think we've seen the double orbs coming out at all. Sanji in towards popdog, they're peeking down 1 versus 1, no flash, no nothing. Exi with a trade, but that's poor from forZe.
That could have been a 3rd frag as well, and that would have been the bomb dropped and the AWP out of play. That could have been disastrous. Could have been utterly disastrous there for the T side. At least they hold their contest in this round, but as you mentioned, the peaks 1v1 gives a 2 for 1 trade. A minute and 10 for forZe to work inland here. The AWP of Jame ready to receive from Ivy. AWP facing round the corner, checking those corners of his own right. It's the AWP battle when it's won by the CT side. Exi giving up the angle before facing full frontal, and enough time for Jame to react to it. 2 standing. Jerry not spotted out of T-Con, but Buster realizes he's probably there. He takes some damage, and Jame turns around with the AWP pick. Yekindar closes out and flip. And Virtus.pro looking so confident in this 3rd map.
And look, for forZe, they have been able, Jay, to sort of get away with not a massive amount of bomb plants. And that's what's really hurting their economy. I mean, they're buying again. Like, why are they buying in this kind of situation? If they had a bomb plant, I would have said, yeah, no worries. But look at what they're bringing to the table. When you're down 2-8, you've got 2 AKs, a couple of Galils, and some Deagles. This looks like it's going to be a quick outer play, but I'm not sure about this buy.
Look at it straight in from Buster and Sanji, just decimating what they have to put out here. forZe going way too aggressive. I mean, they have to go aggressive at the end of the day. They're going to try and force something out from VP, but all of it's falling to pieces. 1 AK does get given over to Exi by the fortune of a nade, I believe. And Jerry gets Sanji next, however, because Exi can't do much with it. Buster deals with the last. AKs are plenty for VP. 9-2 to the CT board. And when do forZe take a knee? When do they take a tactical pause and figure out how to play against this? Because they're running out of rounds here. They're running out of options. And that tactical does come through right here at least. But for your money, Dwayne, like, what needs to change?
Well, they need to stop forcing, for one. I think this is a much better approach going into round 12. I think that they're just too limited when it comes to the buy. I think they're really underutilizing the Ivy presence. We haven't really seen a lot coming out from forZe. In the times that we had, yes, Buster has been doing a really good job. I mean, look, he's the Ivy player and he's currently 17-4. I mean, that's a massive understatement of him doing well. But I think that Ivy's being very underutilized. I don't think we've seen a lot of fakes coming out from forZe. We haven't really seen them pulling over rotations. They're not, I mean, the last few rounds, VP have been getting a lot of T-Con control. They're aggressing in Pop Dog. They're holding E-Box lines. They're getting very aggressive on the CT side. We need to just see a strong buy from forZe and maybe just try and slow it down. An early wave of utility to the outer bomb site, maybe a double pump setup. I think they need to play some more mind games with VP. It's being very two-dimensional in a lot of their approaches on this T side.
The pistols. Coming out here to look onto the contact positions of the forZe side. Obviously, as you mentioned, a half buy coming through. AK leads in. XE drops very quickly. Headshot found. No mercy shown. Oh, Almaza will get one trade back at least. So the AK does get overextended upon, but rifle unrecoverable from this position, 4-on-4, and Elmas is hoping for a second CT to face him. They're just going to continue to go past it, which is what I like about VP CT half. They know that they don't have to overextend at certain points, so they just play passive. forZe have to come to them, and they're going to give up these kills, even into Yakinda, who overextends a tiny amount. Flit has no idea this play is here. He thinks it's clear, and he loses his life for it.
Man, these rotations from VP, they just gamble stack the B bomb site without any utility, anything coming through. Now, Yakinda was able to spot that bomb, drop it into T-Con, so they'll have to come back into the side. They do have the man advantage. He just traded back from face crack, but Sanji's in the middle of the bomb train. They're starting to wrap behind him, though, and Sanji's dealt with. They're going to be trying to go back over to B, and that's where Kickit was, but now he's in the brown halls.
It's gone out to Pop Dog, in fact. He thinks it's going to be an A play. Realizes now the mistake he's made. Plant the sandwich. They realize he's probably rotated back from his position. Jerry's going to cover off Connector, and FaceCrack will cover off the Brown Hall's entryways. From ramp, Kicker will make his way up. See, FaceCrack wins that fight, and by the skin of their teeth, forZe come out with a half-buy victory there. A third to the T side. But how many times have we seen forZe get an unlikely round and then have to get shut back down by the VP side? It's been way too many times so far here in this map up. They have to convert. They have to find a follow-up here.
I actually have no idea what was going on there for VP. There was no utility. There was no presence over to B, and they just gamble rotate 3 players to the B bomb side. Whether it was a miscommunication or just a risky call, it meant that Yakinda was completely alone at A. He was only able to trade out 1-for-1. But you're absolutely right, Jay. Every time forZe have been able to get around in the T side of train, it's been singular. They have not been able to convert. And VP are bringing in the double orb. Sanji aggressive out from T-Con. Flit's going to be able to win out the opening fight. So man advantage being found from forZe. A good start going into round 13.
Now Flit's found the adjustment. Knowing that they like to play so close to that T-Con area, they've been allowed to run riot over that position of the map. Yakinda especially. Sanji this time aggressing, but dealt with on the wide face. The AWP of Buster tries to try and back over to the Ivy control. Does not catch anybody. The M4 of Yakinda does catch Jerry over towards Pop Dog. Again, 1v1 faces from the Pop Dog entryways. forZe need a little bit more if they want to try and make this work. Oh, the utility comes out from FaceCrack at the worst moment. Perfect. 4v3 now for VP.
Oh, you could not get better than that for Yakinda. And they've now found a response back after Flip found the opening kill from T-Con. Buster's holding the E-Box line, looking into Ivy, and he's even got Kickit to try and establish a bit of a crossfire with him. No utility out, just a swing from Almaza, and now it's just down to 2 players. Kickit pushes through the smoke, and now Flit is alone. 3 players still alive on this CT side. And Jay, it looks like it's happening again. The pattern's going to continue. forZe can't convert 2 in a row.
Oh, this is dire straits for the T's. Absolutely dire. I'm not sure how much stock they have in their T side. I do know that it's a much more even basis when it comes to the side differences here on this map. But their CT side's going to have to be monster at this stage. 10-3, most likely going to go to 11. There could be a force back from forZe, but it wouldn't leave much to work with in round 15, so what's the call here? What are they going to do?
Oh, they really have to force. I mean, when you've got Flit already with an AK, get an AWP on for XE, run double orps if you want to. If you want to do something different, something a little bit unique, just to get some rounds on the board. 10-3, double digits. And we're now really starting to see the double orbs coming alive. Buster's having one hell of a game towards that Ivy position. 19 kills and just 5 deaths from him. I mean, take even Jame, for example. He's only died 3 times. I mean, that's your typical Jame time. Flit, again, out towards T-Con, is finding entries on a consistent basis. Finally, they find another one. 5 on 3. This is such a great position, but Kicker getting aggressive in the brown halls is at least going to find some sort of response.
Last time they found 2 picks on the trot, Virtus.pro were able to trade them instantaneously. This time they find 1 kill. And forZe sit on top. Are they going to follow suit with a round here? As you mentioned, they kind of need to at this stage. Molotov's in from popdog. They know the face crack's got that information. Flashbang oversees 1 player at the back of the train. Does not see Kicker above the smoke, and he's allowed a kill. Back to 2 for forZe, and Buster gets Almazur as well. Exy, all that remains. And you just can't win. You just can't win if you're forZe. They're throwing every tactic, every strategy, every play at the book, but nothing's sticking. Nothing is getting against VP. They know where the last player is. Buster got the tight angle to hold. Headshot connects. And into the last round of the half now for the CT side.
Wow. I can't believe that they've got a 5 on 3 and they still lose it, Jay. I mean, I don't want to be too critical. I don't want to be too harsh, but like, what's going on there? You know, that can't happen. They have a 5 on 3, and then you've just got a solo player in the brown halls. The Kicker's just able to wide swing and find a response back. They gamble stack up to the A bomb site. A really good read from VP, nevertheless. But forZe, it just seems like there's so many, maybe not a massive amount, but many opportunities on train on the T side that they could have converted rounds, and they haven't done so.
Well, finally, a fast play out for the AWP will catch himself 2 frags. Connection shot from the AWP down, block to finish off the job. Flick gets 2 to turn around, and that confidence should have been there for the entire half of forZe. They do get a consolation going into the second half, which is coming up after this break, so don't go anywhere. Let's see whether the CT side can recover.
Different. passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down and left her, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any.
An absolute monster CT side from VP gets them only a handful of rounds away from the win against forZe here. But it was their CT side. They've got a ridiculous number of CT rounds in their previous history here on Train. Let's see whether that works out for forZe, who will need to come up good in this half in order to bring it back against the VP side. Pistols out, defuse in for Face Crack with the smoke, double flash with the smoke for Sanji, smoke molly for Kicker. And they play defaults. VP going passive early on.
Very slow, but it's actually the Kinder that just forces the fight onto Jerry, aggressing out from the Olaf angle. Kinder has been able to find that opening pick for VP, and even with the opening pick, they start to continue to slow it down, run out the default. Now, there's still a massive amount of utility for VP to work with. Watch out for the cross smokes, potentially for that A bomb site hit. And forZe have got a kit and a smoke onto Face Crack, playing out towards the Ivy angle. forZe are actually bringing 3 players to Ivy. This is very unorthodox.
No one's going to face it for VP here. They did have a little bit of presence out there, but no one tries to take contact. No one takes that kill opportunity against Flit or Face Crack. Jerry is first to fall. Now tap up from Yakinda, picking up that USP, trying to catch XC at the top end of the green train, does end up falling to a 5v3. Now James starts to act, not ready for Flick to swing out. The USP comes up, Face Crack drops Sanji in the bomb. Player seen top of blue, not seen back at Sandwich. Yakinda does make his way towards Old Hell in the end, force Flick to fall back, sees 2 heads, takes out 1, flicks back 90 degrees into the second. Kicker will get Almaza, keeping the trays to even, now being suppressed by 2 CTs. Isolates 1 good frag, but not the second. Flit with 3 frags, and needs to get Yakinda now, making his way in from Stopper and up towards the bomb itself, making a bit of noise. 10 seconds though. Flit's going to play for time, knows that he's got to get that bomb plant in a moment. 4 seconds, he gets caught up on the train. Planty hasn't got it. Flit to face in, not enough time to this one. Kill after time as well. That's a massive, massive round for forZe, crippling the economy of VP and getting the pistol to the board.
Oh, you could see what Yakinda was trying to go for there. You could see that he was trying to work around the bomb train, see if he could spot him out. And in the end, he picks up that bomb, but just does not get it planted in time. Really well played there from Flit, just hiding in the E-box line. A really great job to be able to move to E-box without being seen. And look, for Yakinda, getting taken down after time means no money for him. And James forcing into a Mac 10. Well, a couple of upgrades come in for the rest of the players, but all in all, not a massive amount of money for the T side. Almaza, though, is making some pretty decent bang.
SMG also swings up from Face Crack from Pop Dog, gets another good kill. Nade on Yakinda, takes him down. Kick out in the 1 and 5, we dealt with by Flit. And that's 6 to the board of forZe. A very quick cleanup against the anti-eco. The rifles coming in early for VP. Obviously, the AWPs in, the Galils also coming out. So it won't be the best of buys, but they'll still see AKs out.
And forZe getting off to the right start going into this second half. And getting a couple rounds in a row. A force buy for VP. Looking a little bit awkward. I mean, they still get an AWP out for James, so they still have the big green gun to work with. This swag 7. We saw the Nova from Kick It on the CT side playing around this ramp position, and Almaze is getting very aggressive, but the timing again. Buster swings out and just catches him completely off guard.
Simple kill, simple start. Kickout's waiting for more from Jerry, the SMG, out towards the Pop Dog position. Buster is watching jump faces, sees that player. The SMG looks left, looks right. AK looks to round the corner for Yakinda. A minute to go. That is the difference here. It's very carefully placed from forZe, knowing that at the player's advantage, need to try and bait in VP and catch off 2 good kills to the trade.
And they were like this on the pistol, Jay, like where there's just nothing happening. Very, very slow. And I tell you what, I like this play coming out for Yakinda. He's got into the Olive position completely undetected, and he's seen the shadow from FaceCrack. He knows exactly where he is.
And meanwhile, the act out comes in to the B site. They do get those trades in. Exy and Flit with kills. FaceCrack did hear the player at the hell position, knows that there's a man out there. Bomb being dropped to that player. Jane with the AWP watching out from the pop dog rotation, but these two SMGs are sat towards the connector entrance. forZe did not see the player at Ivy. FaceCrack takes damage, the pistol rotating back now. Yakinda to be denied. That's a frag that gets turned around from. Jerry tries to swing, but Jane comes up with the AWP pick. And now it's Exy with an AK picked up back on the B site. Will try and look for the defuse. Smoke down to Ninja it, but a 1-on-2 situation.
Oh my goodness, that's so insane. They can't deny the bomb down. What a recovery from VP. And now Exy's in the 1 versus 2, and he's just saving. He's out of there, holding on to the AK, bringing it to the next round. VP, that's unbelievable. That is such a work and display of teamwork to not allow that bomb to just, the player to fall. And a 12th round gets converted. That's fantastic stuff coming out for VP. And look, for forZe, the money line, look, Almeza's able to drop an AWP, so they can still force going into this following gun round, but they are going to be limited.
The buyback is still going to be in play from this squad, though. Rifles are plenty. Still got those Galils in for VP. I think one drop towards Sanji. Kick up might have a weapon on the floor for him. Yeah, in that T-spawn, we'll grab that. The AWP straight in here for Jane, looking for that first contact. Pick them all, double drive them away. Do quite a bit of damage with the HEs down range as well. No kills early on for the CT side, but they have gained a health advantage. That forces VP to go passive once again.
And forZe, again, have put a lot of attention towards this Ivy play, and it was something, especially in the first half, right, that we didn't see forZe attempting to take a lot of Ivy control on the T side. Now that we've got into their CT side, forZe have, at least in the early round, put some target towards the area of their map to try and siphon it off. They're looking like they want to start to retake this T-Cog control, but Yakinda with the Jiggle P can't spot out the AWP. A good opening kill coming out for Exy, and now the B side Exy comes through, but it's a fake J. It's trying to pull rotations.
Sanji moving in. Two players slowly making their way back out. Flit seen to Ivy, but Sanji's also been seen himself. M4 swings, gets that kill. Down to the Galil 3 standing now for VP. forZe slowly picking apart the opposing players. Finding their way into position. 30 seconds to the hit. How are they going to play this out from here? Like, do they even go for a hit? I mean, the bomb's so separated from the T side, it might even look like a save call from VP. I think they are going to save, yeah. This is just going to be weapons saved in, hold on to the AWP most importantly. If forZe go for the hunt, they could get more after-time kills, but their own economy is a little bit limited, so just keep all 5 in play. We stand at stalemate for a 7th to the CT camp.
It's certainly something that you don't see very often is 3 T-side players saving. Now, I'm having a look at the money sort of situation, and I'm thinking, right, how are they going to be able to sort of buy around it? Like, Yakinda's got 3,600, so he can go AK body armor or maybe Galil armor too. He's actually going to get dropped an AK and buy a Galil himself. VP. It means that Sanji, I think, is just going to be on a P250, so he's going to be the sort of lesser weaponry kind of player on the side, but they still get away with a really strong buy.
Now the gate nades up. Doesn't quite land to Yakinda. FaceCrack catches that kill. Exy with a secondary frag. Quicker will trade it. 2 for 1 as James goes down, making it 3 kills for the CT side. And well, VP running into the same problems that forZe were on their T side. This is going swimmingly for the defensive forces, and forZe are going to slowly grind their way back up to the scoreline. Will be within 4 off the back of this round. They do have to pick apart Sanji and Kicker or let that timer run. They'll grab that AWP for free. Flit gets that kill, and Kicker left with nothing to do.
Well, the thing is, I mean, there's really no point in him holding on to this. because they're not really going to be able to buy around it. So he might as well at least try and go down, see if he can do some damage with it. But look, they really struggled to trade out that E-Box player. We saw that for FaceCrack, they know that he was there. There were so many players trying to spam. They got him down to 9 HP, but him staying alive for so long drawed more attention out from T-Con and PopDog for them to try and trade the kill. And Kick can't find anything. 4 players staying alive, and we're really seeing both of these teams struggle over on the T side, Jay. forZe were only able to get 4 rounds on T. VP have only managed to get 1. And this deficit, although it still might be quite large at 4 rounds, is starting to shrink down round by round now.
And it'll shrink even further with the lack of any buy coming in from VP. They've got basic pistols, Glocks in play. No major investment, in fact, no investment at all. No money spent. Out the gate, already players being seen there towards the T-Con areas. The Molotovs down, the nades to go on. Hopefully catch Buster for that frag. So far, nothing. And smokes in, Kicker and Yekenda. Make their way out to the brown halls for the moment. It's very carefully played from VP. Their best bet in this round is to get a bomb plant. They get a victory, that would be a miracle.
Oh, nade up. Oh, they just evaded it. It looked like they're going to group into the brown halls. Now, the thing is, I mean, in a round like this, where you got no flashbang, no upgrades, a bomb plant's just going to be so difficult. Where do they go from here? Just try waterfall through ramp, or maybe just run out from heaven. That's really their only options.
Gonna make their way in, 45. Smoke up from Exi, ensuring that that ramp push is covered. The AWP will watch the upper position. Almaza with the AK ready behind the stack to shoulder bait to hunt for frags. 30 seconds. Need to get a bomb plant. I need to go down here for VP. They're going to waterfall out, as you mentioned. Just get that plant to the default boxes. The default position, I should say. Incendiary up. That will stall for even more time. Kicker comes out. Almaza burns him alive with the spray to assist it. Yekindar will also fall. James drops. Doesn't land that spray transfer. That's Exi instead with the AWP pick from the back line for his 3K. And for 9 to the board of forZe.
And I tell you what, Jay, in all honesty, going into the second half, I was kind of thinking to myself in the break, oh, you know, we're not really going to have a game on our hands here. But we're now getting to a point where I'm going, this map's getting serious now. 9 to 12, and forZe getting a streak of 3 in a row. 5 rounds for them over on this CT side. And for VP, like, they struggled against the utility. Great utility usage there from forZe to deny that sort of waterfall setup. In the end, they just had to push through the flames from ramp. Going into brown halls very quickly this time around. We haven't really seen this from VP. It's normally been them regaining brown halls control later into the round, but they're getting there very early, Jay.
Flashes again, another fast hit doesn't come through from the T side. Awkward Incendiary going towards the train itself. Exi finds that first pick, but Almaza is traded. Sanji gets Jerry. 2-for-1 favor to the VP side. Bomb plant can't yet get secured. Exi watches on now. Flash over, nade on, doing significant damage, but not enough to get a kill just yet. Exi swings slowly, but surely, missing his flick. They're lined up, face cracked, Incendiary lands, he does some serious damage. Yekindar has no idea he's facing forward, and Exi lands on Sanji. That was the most efficient retake I think I've ever seen on Train. 2 alive for the forZe side, and 10 to the board. We're within 2 of the lead.
And you couldn't have asked for better execution for VP. They get some early brown halls control. They go really into B. They realize they need a change up. They need something a little bit quicker. And it comes out to the B bomb site. The Sanji gets an opening kill on the backstab. It's a 4-on-3. It's looking fantastic. And then out of nowhere, FaceCrack puts a molly down to the default position, swings out, gets 3 kills. He's backed up by his teammate. What a wonderful retake from forZe to get to double digits. And this is all falling apart now for VP. They're going to try and get Kick It out quickly to the Olaf position. Nades in, into the sandwich, and FaceCrack, easy duel for him.
Finds that pick immediately. AK a FaceCrack, ready for more. 2 kills, Buster falls, Sanji out towards the other position, Flashbang catches Sanji blind, but he still blind sprays and gets that frag to return, looking for a bit more against Flit, gets the HP advantage, Yekindar gets Jerry on site, Exy with the AWP hunting for a frag above Ticket Booth. Molotov forced him away, Yekindar has an idea of where he might be playing at. Can't find that frag though, Exy gets the kill instead. And now 2 standing, Sanji and James isolated from each other towards Ivy and towards T-Con. Very little chance to be able to meet each other as well. The bomb plant might have to go rotating towards the B site. And yes, that's exactly where it's going as James gets one more pick back as a 2v2.
And this is very doable coming out for VP. And it comes down to the mind games here. They've got a molly onto James. They've got a fair bit of time. And with Almeza pushed into the heaven position, the rotate to B is actually going to take a fair bit of time from forZe. So this opens up an opportunity for VP to get aggressive on the site. The thing is, though, they don't know whether there's any players already on B. And that means that Sanji's kind of stuck in the default position, Jay.
No info. He's sitting pretty. No nades to his position. Only flashbangs they can use for the CT side. Hearing those footsteps, those armors as close. AK adjusts the spray, can't get that frag, does not see the AWP. Yes, he does. Gets the headshot to return. AUG drops down, gets a frag. Now needs James to swing out wide. The headshot is easy for the AK, though. Doesn't even need to connect the head. James, the recovery of the round here. 13 to the board of VP. Been a long time coming. But forZe have a rebuy back.
And that's just really well played there coming out from Sanji. He realizes as soon as that bomb plan comes through, he doesn't know. They haven't cleared out the bomb site, so he can't move from default. He gets that first contact onto Almeza, can't convert the kill. Wide swings out to the right, deals with the AWPer, then does even more damage onto Almeza and sets James up in that 1 versus 1. VP finally get another round on the T side, Jay, and maybe that's just what they need, a kickstart to be able to continue their campaign to get to 16. forZe, though, are not going to be going down without a fight. Still in a deficit. Out towards Ivy. Sanji crosses over. There's only a single AWP for this CT side from Exy.
Sat back on the A contact from Connector, ready to receive with the AWP. I think he fired upon the Brown Hall's wallbang. Couldn't get a frag. Nothing to connect. T side, wrapping over, looking towards the B side player. They've got Almeza, they've got Exy and Jerry. Also looking forward here. They're actually stacking up towards the upper position. Keep your eyes on that mini-map and where the CTs are going to take that face from. Orb going to back up the back lines. Almeza swings, lines up 2. They all go down. He drops off. Face crack gets his kill. Almeza is overwhelmed, but the incendiary comes in to deny the bomb plant as Buster falls. James is left alone, surrounded by CTs. And while VP may have got that last round, they once again cannot convert it into a follow-up. Can rotate to A for James. This will be an ace clutch for him if he makes this work, though. It's going to be such a difficult task regardless.
And there's already a player gone down from PopDog from Jerry, so as soon as that bomb comes through, he'll get the information that it's a play over to the A bomb site. Now, they don't need to give up 1v1s. Now, Jerry with the jiggle peek gets the information. They know where James is. He starts to try and get into the heaven position. 1 versus 3. Now, he hears the scope underneath him to the connector angle, and forZe have got a pretty good idea where he can be. The Molotov coming through, it's going to spread. James needs to go out to the open, he falls down! And oh no! Oh, you hate to see it, you really do, but so much damage was done to the Molotov that the full damage gets the kill in the end. forZe convert the retake, and just really well played. That crossfire to the B bomb side, especially Almeza in the off angle from heaven, it just worked out perfectly.
Nice effort, but not to be. 13 to 11. forZe holding it together. Ringing in the comeback. Only 2 T-side rounds in this half for Virtus.pro. They're back to a half by AK coming in for James Shaw, but the Tech 9's Deagles for everybody else. Kevlar in. Max loss bonus can come through. Just the set in from the T side for the moment. Nades up. Jerry held towards Sandwich. Back turn towards the pistol. Oh, he turns around against Yekindar. But Buster and James can chime back. 2 for 1. VP have a man advantage. And Exy's getting overwhelmed here towards the Ivy control. Needs backup and needs it now. Turning up, can't see anything. Sees that one player sandwich, misses the shot. Focus fire. forZe will get kicker, so back to evens we go. And finally, forZe regain control.
XE Power stepping up with the NWP. 2 big kills from him. And he was so pressured, Jay. He tried to get on top of the top green ladder, was working around the train. There was players from all different angles. He stays alive and still gets damage. sanji on the eco is the last one left with the deagle. 1 versus 3. Bomb on his back. An opportunity to maybe be able to deal with face crack. But how much more is he realistically going to be able to find? AK in front of him. XE Power's holding the angle. That's his 3rd kill. forZe are bringing this back, Jay. I can't believe how close the scoreline is. And for VP, how are there not more tactical pauses?
I'm surprised they haven't brought any out on this T side. I mean, for forZe, I'm surprised they didn't bring out any there, but very clearly it was all down to this CT half for both teams. And have they just done enough? Were those 4 rounds in the first half just enough to tip them over the edge here for forZe? I think they might just be within 1 of the lead, looking to square up against Virtus.pro. There's a buy coming in from the T side, forces the AKs in, the AWP back out for James. Nades on Buster towards the Brown Halls. He'll take some early damage. And a run boost for the AWP here towards Ivy. No contact from the CT side. They're just going to smoke that down, ensure that there's nothing to be allowed here. No map control can be gained from VP unless they force forward into very dangerous territory.
Oh, Jerry. He's waiting for someone to peek. He's waiting for Yakinda to at least look for information through PopDog. It's just a matter of timing. Does Jerry hold the angle long enough? Does Yakinda just not peek? Now, they've got a bit of Ivy presence here, the T side of sanji. Maybe a late lurk to come out when they try and establish themselves for the Brown Halls. So the way I'm looking at this is that the T's are going to start to retake B, and sanji's going to be the late lurk from Ivy to see if he can catch off rotators from the A bomb side, because VP are now stacking up 4 players in the Brown Halls.
Well, 1 to defend it in forZe. Over on the forZe camp, they stack up the A site. Smokes do go down, they stall for time. The utility will come through and it will give the information on where they're going to come in from. XE Power will have the AWP to rotate from Connector. And sanji lurking, putting utility out. Molotov in, flashes over. Here they come. forZe has no info, no vision to the site. The flashbang is going to be evaded at least. But look at Jerry up from PopDog, dealt with by the AWP. Does damage to Buster. Yakinda goes for the plant. And the flasher from forZe will allow his teammates to start to enter here from the connector area. 5 on 4. Damage done to Yakinda so low. forZe has no idea. Sees his man, sees that head. Turn around from Buster. An upper kicker will finally fall in trade. 2 low HP players, and look at Flit, he's ready for sanji. He's gonna go for the knife. No, he just goes for the kill as Jane responds for the AWP to the site. Meanwhile, 3 on 2 still gain. A man advantage for VP, and XE drops off the angle at the wrong moment, turning around against Yakinda, who gets his frag back, leaves it all to Flit, who's looking to save. It's 14 to the board of VP, still hanging in there.
My goodness, what a rescue that was in the Brown Halls. You saw Jerry being the PopDog player, trying to backstab, trying to see if he could find a couple of kills. They were lining up, and the AWP flick comes out of nowhere to be able to find the opening kill. And even there for Flit, like, why is he taking so long? They need to retake into the side. He was maybe thinking about the knife, ends up going for the kill, but there's just not enough time there from forZe. VP were able to overwhelm the side, get pretty aggressive, waste so much time. Yeah, there were a few players low HP, but 14 rounds up for the VP squad. And for forZe, even though this has been one hell of a comeback in the second half, Jay, with VP getting a couple of rounds or singular rounds here or there, they are still getting closer to that 16th.
The smoke down for Flit, keeping them held away from Ivy. Virtus.pro with their 3rd T round of the half. They need just 2 more, as you mentioned, closer and closer to that 16th. Need to get past that finish line. forZe still got a ways to get back against them and try and turn it back over to their own victory. May even be overtime on the table at this stage. 50 seconds. And here they stand with utility at the ready. Flashes over, incendiary bound from Almaza to respond to it. Kickout's going to run straight through it though, straight up to the back of the white train. He's not going to see any of these CT forces. They know that Almaza's there at stack, and the wraparound is coming through. CT's on the way in. Yekindar drops, keeps his eyes to that back line, can hear footsteps behind him. One AK up top. James gets tagged up heavily. Face crack will fall, and Almaza finally drops. Orp can't find the frag. Back the flick will return. 3 on 3 bomb plant. Sanji, you're right about that. In CT spawn could be the linchpin area of this retake. They have no idea he's here. He needs 2 kills. He'll get 2 kills. And that will leave Flick to stand alone. 1 on 3. Deals with Sanji. But this retake actually may still come through for the man.
He's going to try and go for this, Jay. I thought he was just going to go up for the save, but he wants to try his luck at this 1 versus 2. Now, there's a player towards Oil and a player towards close ramp, but he hasn't seen the player get behind him. Buster swings out, and VP win it off. A fantastic flank play to come out from Sanji. He's been playing Ivy this entire half. Hasn't really been too successful with cutting off the rotations. We've seen him come through connector time and time before and get caught off guard by forZe. This time around, he tries to go in the back lines through Old Bomb into CT spawn, and he catches them completely off guard. They've got no idea he's there. VP now on series point 15-12 to go completely undefeated in the group stage.
The spark of life that may give VP the edge here in this map in this series as well. Smokes down. Body blocked out on the AWP. Deagle in for Jerry. Yekindar gets flit. Exi Power gets a trade back to a 4-on-4. The buy is so awkward for forZe. They need to come good with these Deagles, but they're not landing their heads. And VP, the confidence is back. They get all the kills. Only 1 trade left for the CT side. Jerry and Facecracker 4-on-2. I have a feeling it's done. The comeback was good while it lasted, but it does not complete itself. Facecrack with 1 frag to try and frag back into his own right. Kickout makes his way in from connector. Jerry stands alone in a 1-on-3, and VP look to pick up the 16th, look to pick up the map and the series to go undefeated in the group stage. 1 kill will do it, and Jerry, he's got no time left.
He's running out of everything. 1-on-3. Jerry sees Sanji out, can try and stick the bomb. No kit though, and the swing out from Kick It means that VP are going to be victorious. A 2